Okay, so I'm required to determine the equation of the lines that join these various points. I start with my example number 1 here. So the solutions. So starting with 1, I have my point 2, -1, 3, -5. Now in this case I realize that the x's are different because I have 2 and 3. Even the y's also are different. I have -1 and -5. So what do I do in this case? I get back to the general formula of a line. And we know that the general formula of a line is given by y is equal to mx plus c, where y is the my coordinate, x gives us the x coordinate, m is the gradient, and c is the y-intercept. So I start by looking for my gradient m, and we know that gradient m is got by getting the change in y divided by the change in x. Change in y divided by change in x. Now for the change in y, what I do is I get my y coordinate, I get the difference between the different y coordinates. In this case, I'm going to get -5, which is my y coordinate here. I subtract it from -1, which is my y coordinate here. That is what I mean by change in y. In other words, I get the y coordinate here and subtract it from the y coordinate here. So I have -5 minus -1 divided by change in x. I get my x coordinate here. I subtract it from the x coordinate in this case. So the x coordinate here is 3. Subtract from the x coordinate the other side, which is 2. So in this case, I end up with -5 minus -1. Negative and a negative gives us positive. So we have -5 plus 1 gives us -4. Divided by 3 minus 1 gives us 1. Meaning my gradient is equal to -4 divided by 1, which is -4. So now that I have the value of m, I'm going to look for the value of c. How do I look for the value of c? I substitute into this formula and I get the value of c. Now remember that I already have my value of m, I have the value of x, I have the value of y. So I'll use those values to get my value of c. And to get the value of c, you can choose any of these points, either this one or this one. So if I choose this point, 2 and -1, so from the general formula y is equal to mx plus c. If I choose this point, my y, the y coordinate in this point is -1, the x coordinate is +2. So where there is y, I'm going to put the y coordinate, which is -1, is equal to the m, which we got as -4, multiplied by the x, which is +2, plus c. So this side I have -1 is equal to -4 times 2 gives us -8 plus c. So if I want to remain with only c this side, what do? I take this 8 this side. Now the 8 here is a negative. When it crosses equal signs, it becomes a positive. So what I'm going to do is I transfer the 8 this side, or I can add 8 on both sides. So I add -1 plus 8, I add 8 here. I also add 8 this side, -8 plus 8 plus c. So -1 plus 8 gives us 7, +7 is equal to -8 plus 8 gives us 0, we remain with a c. Meaning that our c in this case is going to be +7. Now that I have my c and I have my m, I come to the general formula, which is given as y is equal to mx plus c. So where my m is, I replace with -4. Where my c is, I replace with 7. Reminder, I do not substitute for y and x. So my y remains like that, is equal to m, which we got as -4, x. I also don't substitute for x, plus the c, which is 7. So this is the equation of the line that joins 2, -1 to 3, -5. That is how we find the equation of the line.